This is a test of the boundary part alert system.
Dark.
Very dark.
So much light in here, you wouldn't believe it.
Yeah,
Look,
there is.
ooh.
Yeah, it keeps it going dark.
Yeah.
Like our
mood.
deviant souls.
Hello, we're back. Back in black.
Yes.
Oh, funny we should mention that. The Midnight Collection has just come out.
It has. It was,
Yeah.
Mm,
It's got black stuff.
Yeah.
Like Guinness.
And tar.
Yeah, like your
Mac.
lungs.
No?
Oh no.
No. Stop smoking, mate.
Yeah.
Just vape.
Deep. Oh yeah, we have to talk,
Because
don't
I'm
we?
cool.
What's going on with this light
I know,
situation?
it's
Stop
doing
it.
my
It's annoying.
edit, yeah.
I don't know why it's doing this. It's never
fine.
used
It's fine.
to. Anyway, welcome to the Latics Football Phone-In. We're back. We had a break last week.
Do you want to stand up and sort it out?
I'll try.
You can be the techie.
Sure.
Yeah, welcome. Yeah, we're off last week, and it was a nice little break, nice break in play. And yeah, did you get up to anything, Matt?
I don't know. I can't remember. No, I don't think so. Just
This is
never mind. Just crack on.
yeah.
Come on. There's people listening to this as a
Yes,
podcast.
right,
It doesn't matter how light it is to them. They're not bothered.
yeah, it's fine.
Mid-shite.
We just need to get the link in there, don't we, Matt, as well?
Well, go on then. Do it. You don't know how to do it, do you? Every week when you do this, week in, week out.
Yeah. So we've got the live, loud, and beefy tickets are selling like
hot beef
paste jars. Yeah. So we have sold a quarter of the ticket allocation, have we not?
Oh, at least.
At least.
Yeah.
And when I mean a quarter, I mean more than half. But yeah, we've been doing a bit of planning this evening.
Yeah.
Coming up with some great events. We've got some special guests we're going to announce later on the show.
Later on, yeah.
Which you're going to be really impressed with.
Well, we're going to announce one.
Well, one, yeah, but we have got more.
We've got more, yeah.
Yeah.
We're going through a vetting process because loads of people want to be involved and want to come.
Yeah.
But we have to vet them, make sure that they're okay.
I am mithering to the absolute hilter to everybody if you want to get involved. Or if you are a celebrity and you do watch our show, please get involved.
Get a life.
Get a life. We have got, as I say, got people lined up. It's going to be a really good show. Bank Holiday Sunday. Where can you buy your tickets, Matt, if you are going to buy them?
You can buy them on the Boundary Park Alert Systems website, oafcpodcast.co.uk/shop.
Why don't you just roll the ad?
Well, we've only just started. I thought I might do that in a bit.
Well, fine.
You know, like get cracking.
Whatever.
What do you reckon?
Yeah, let's get one of our.
Well, we've got no midweek games at the minute.
No,
I don't think we've got one.
Yeah, the Wealdstone. What do we call them? The Wealdstone wankers.
Yeah.
So you could say the two lads who they are dedicated fans who decide to travel down to Wealdstone on a Tuesday night. A week before the game, so
the wrong Tuesday.
If you are watching, guys, please come on and tell us what on earth you were doing to go and drive down to Wealdstone without checking the fixtures first. But credit to you. Will you be going next week for that 8-hour round trip?
Say credit to him, Dave.
Yeah, it's bad, isn't it?
Sympathies, really.
Sympathies.
Yeah, I mean,
do you not check?
Do they always get that? I mean, sympathies for them. Do they not? Do they often?
Well, being a Tory, I have no sympathy for anyone or anything. But you being a socialist, you have sympathy for everyone and everything.
No, I'm a socialite.
Socialite. No, you talk shy.
I'm an it girl. Speaking of it girls, all right, Terry.
How you doing, mate?
I'm all good, yeah. I'm all good. I've just got round just got over the invite Dave's sent me for these
He's there shaking his head.
No, that's yeah, live, loud, and beefy, mate. Yeah,
Beastie barbecuing Phil's or whatever it's called.
Yeah, get yourself down there, mate. Well, you've already got 2 tickets, haven't you?
I've indulged.
You've
I've
indulged.
bought.
Are you? Can we work a segment in where top off says,
So
you know,
is he
maybe
gonna
a
make an
dance?
appearance?
I've mentioned this before, and we don't want to see anything untoward, do we? We don't want to see any of that.
Well, there'll be plenty of untoward at that show, mate.
The
believe
plan
me.
is for it to be very, very untoward. Yeah, very, very daft.
Well, it can be very untoward because I know a girl that works behind the bar who I know quite intimately, shall we say. But anyway.
Oh yeah,
I told you.
all right. Oh,
yeah. Right.
It's
well, lucky.
yeah.
What a lucky lady.
Yeah, absolutely.
She won't that lucky when I were pig facing above her. But anyway.
Are we after,
one of them
are we
nights,
after the
isn't it?
watershed? Should we Tez,
Anyway,
Tez, have you got the telly on?
I have, yeah. Do you want me to turn it down?
Ideally,
put it on
yeah.
mute.
Yeah, ideally.
I'll have to get Nat. Can you turn it down, please?
I think this is why nobody else does a live football for it, you know.
Yeah.
Because it ventures into the unprofessional every now and again.
Yeah.
But that's fine.
Yeah,
It's fine. Yeah. So do you want to talk about football? Do you want to talk about who did we play on Saturday? Forgotten.
Solihull Moors.
No, who did we play on
Who
Saturday?
did we play?
We were away, weren't we?
Dagenham
and Redbridge, 1-1.
Yeah.
Seems like ages ago, actually.
Yeah, I only watched about half of it. I got relatively bored quite quickly. And took me kids on the causing antisocial behaviour on the quad and motorbike. So that was my Saturday afternoon.
That were more fun, were it, than watching Latics?
I'll leave you to be the judge of that, but you know.
Yeah, I can imagine it would have been, yeah. But anyway, we since none of us saw your quad bike adventure, but we saw the football, should we probably talk about that instead?
In terms of, we've asked a few fans tonight. We've asked a few fans tonight about being 15th in the table. Are you glass half full or glass half empty?
Listen, this season's a write-off, and it's been a write-off since since Tokyo win and 0-0. But listen, I'm not paying much attention. I just hope that we. I think I said it quite a few weeks ago now, but. We avoid relegation, jobs are good, but next season we have to seriously improve upon, and we have to be pushing towards the top 7. If we're in or roundabouts, I'll be happy with that. 15th, glass half full. If we can finish any higher than that, yeah, no problem, whatever. We just needed to sort of consolidate this season, get through it, and then. But we have to see, or I have to see, from my sort of personal point of view, a big improvement, and we have to be sort of in and around the playoffs next season for me to be anywhere near happy about where we are.
I think that's what most people are sort of feeling in it now. I mean, like we've spent a bit of money this season. We've had a massive job in replacing. I mean, let's think about what the squad was like at the start of the season.
Yeah,
you know, there was players in there that were really not up to speed. And
well, if we would have kept it, we'd have gone down. End of.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, people were talking about last night about the England C versus Wales. I mean, like, and saying how bad a game it was. But like, if you just throw a load of lads together that have never played together before, you know, it doesn't just you know what I mean? It doesn't just work. It doesn't, and it shows.
Yeah.
You know, like you do need time to build a team. It doesn't work overnight.
Well, you know, we have this conversation every single year, don't we, about these people that presume that we're gonna be top of the Premiership when we're in League Two and that sort of stuff, and we're going to win every game 15-0. But you know, unfortunately, Oldham Athletic is not up there with the Arsenals and the Man Uniteds and the Man Cities. We have to just, you know, take it for what it is, and we are where we are because we deserve to be where we are. Unfortunately, if you're down in the bottom 3 or bottom 2 of the league over 42 games, you are the third worst or the second worst team over the course of the season.
Yeah, last season we were the second worst team in the professional. You know, we were 91st worst out of the top 4 divisions, weren't we?
You don't finish in that position if you're not the worst, do you? You know,
No.
overall, you know, all the decisions and everything else works itself out over the course of a season. And if you finish at the top, you're the best team, and if you finish at the bottom, you're the worst. That's how it works. But next season, I think hopefully well, not hopefully. I think we should genuinely be pushing for the top 6, top 7. Hopefully, a little bit higher. Hopefully,
and do you think with Huns having a summer of transfer activity and getting the fitness right and pre-season, he could be the man to take us up, or do you think?
Well, I've never really been Unsworth out, and I've consistently said this. Whether he's the right man for the job, I am not sure. But chopping and changing managers does us no favours, does it?
Turn the TV down.
There's nothing I can do. The girlfriend's next to me. Look, she's going mad. She's going to kill me.
Have you only got one room in house? Have you?
It's a 2 up, 2 down.
Well, that
I've
means
got 15 kids though. There's mattresses in every bedroom.
Well, you're not usually at home, to be fair, are you? So
top off and fancy free.
I'm usually on a car park in Crawley somewhere around.
Reading your book on gangs.
Either that or women are knocking out the passenger window.
So
telling you go away.
Solihull at home then. Do you think we'll get a win out of it, or do you think it's going to be a tough game?
I don't care as long as we don't get relegated. I'm not willing.
Right. Oh, God.
Here we go. Let's William Lees. Shez chucked a few lads together and left us in 15th, right? Unsworth chucks a few lads together with a bob or two, and 15th is progress to some. I think that's a very sort of like narrow way of looking at it, because all right, Shez left us in 15th, but we'd won 3 games. They weren't great performances, were they? Like there's no reason to. We don't know where that we would have been if Shez had stayed in charge. We might now be in a worse position,
or might be in a better one.
On a better one, we don't know, do we? So I think that Unsworth has got an improvement out of. We've got a team that's playing for each other after Christmas. We've started to get the results, and I mean, I think it's too difficult to say what people under Shez wanted him gone, didn't they?
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, people were saying this is not good enough.
People under Unsworth wanted him gone.
I know, yeah. So when and I remember chatting to when we had Paddy Howard on at one point, and we said about he said about managers finishing 10th, and I said, well, what if the next manager didn't get he needs to sack him. And it was, do you remember? And it was just like, sack him. We can't keep doing it, can we? And like you just said, Tez, it's unsustainable, isn't it?
It's ridiculous. You can't keep the managerial merry-go-round as no favourites.
It's got to stop.
It has to back it in.
And I was calling for Unsworth's head. I was after Notts County. I think we'd all had enough. But to be fair, since then, he has made improvements. All right, we've lost a couple. We've lost 3, I think. But we've seen the team is...
His record since Christmas is not too bad, is it not?
No, it's not.
Yeah. Look, I think he's got an eye. Like he's obviously. I mean, he's obviously not going to be happy with the way things are. He wants to win more games of football. He wants to play better football. We have to remember we're in the 5th division, and we're coming off the back of the worst period in our history. So, like, the club, the team, everything was decimated. So it's going to take time. I can't get my head around people expecting it, thinking that if we had like another manager, everything would be a lot better. It probably wouldn't be much better.
Was it you, Matt, that said that it might have been Andy that says that the full club has got a defeatist and a negative sort of attitude, and that needs to be turned around. And it doesn't just turn around in 5 minutes. It won't just turn around in seconds. I'm not sure who it was, but it's not just a team turnaround. It's a full club turnaround. From top to bottom, I can't remember who said it, but they were absolutely right when they were saying that.
Yeah.
It was absolutely rotten to the core.
Yeah.
And it's a full club turnaround. So, you know, let's just be patient. Let's just get there in the end. And if we're up there next season and we don't go up, so be it. You know, if as long as we see improvements or small improvements, everyone's happy, aren't they?
Yeah. No, not everybody.
Well, no, not everybody, but
you know,
the normal people are happy.
Yeah, don't worry.
That's
be
it.
happy. Right, Tez, thanks for joining
Always
us,
a pleasure.
We'll
Never a chore. All right, mate.
Never a chore. Yeah, I'll get back to the.
Get back to Emmerdale.
The woman banging on my passenger window.
Oh, what a euphemism.
See you, Tez.
Good evening, guys.
There we go. Right, Liam.
Liam Paul or Paul
Hello,
Liam. You all right, mate?
Yeah, I'm all right. You guys?
Yeah,
good,
yeah.
mate.
First time caller, eh?
Second.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, last time I was at the start of the season. I think I was a bit more optimistic than what I am now, but there we go.
Well, do tell.
To be honest with you, I'm not. I think recently the performances haven't been any better. Let's not pretend they have. They've not. The results have been better, which is what we want. At the end of the day, if we went up playing shit football, would any of us complain? We wouldn't. So as long as the results keep steadily improving like they are doing, I'll stick with Unsworth. At one point, I have to admit, I think we all were, like you said, Notts County was all at Unsworth out. I didn't know anyone who was like stick with him, but fair play to him. He's turned it around. The results are getting better, and as long as they do, I think we've got to stick with it. Like you say, we've swapped managers so many times. In my lifetime, I barely remember a manager lasting a season. So, you know, that's a problem. So I think we've got to stick with him, haven't we, and just give him the time.
Yeah, it's really difficult because, you know, like you said, Notts County, and then he gets on a good run, and then we get beat by Boreham Wood at home, and everyone's calling for his head again. So he must be banging his head against the brick wall, you know. And there has been improvements in the football, the style of play. Rooney's come into his own. The formation's changed. Tollett has gone by the wayside. Sutton's come into the squad. Yarney, I think, has been.
Well, I think that's changed our season a bit, actually. Yarney, I think he's been such a difference.
Yeah.
You
I think. Look, I still don't think we've not got a proper identity. Like we've still not got a. I don't think Unders brought players in, but he's not been able to bring in enough players to be able to get a proper balanced team and a balanced squad. So he's still working with what he's got. Right, it's not going to. The team's going to look different again next year, but there's still going to be enough of the players that are in this squad that there will be that camaraderie, there will be that team spirit, there'll be that togetherness, which he's done. And I think he's not getting enough credit for building a team that is playing for the manager and for each other. I think this is like I've said on the podcast. It's like, do you want to see the positives at the end of a game, or do you want to just see the negatives at the end of the game? And I mean, I'm getting a little bit fed up with certain people who just seem to think that they know better than people who've been.
Oldham fans, we do know better,
right? Exactly, but we don't do it. Like, we don't know any better than people who've been in football their whole life, played in the Premier League, played in, been in and around international setups and all that kind of stuff. But like, give it up about Unsworth, for fuck's sake, yawn, GI. Oh, I don't know that guy. Like, you know what I mean? Like, come on, Mike, and have a chat with us, and convince us to give it up about Unsworth. But look, I mean, I just don't think that you can say that he's had enough chance to prove himself and that he's done too much wrong.
I think he acknowledged that he's learning on the job as well against the Dagenham and Redbridge game. He said, "I'm learning on the job," and it's a completely different job from an under-23s job, and it's difficult, isn't it? It has been hard, and obviously we want instant results because for some reason Oldham fans want instantaneous success because we've had 21 years of success. So they believe that we should just get it now for whatever reason of underinvestment, bad ownership, and crap football. But for some reason, they still believe that we should be at Wembley every season and be at a League Cup final every season, or go on a massive cup run. And we've had.
How about your promotion prediction at the beginning?
Yeah,
of the
exactly.
season,
Yeah, but it's what it is, isn't it? We just have this mentality of we deserve better and we know better, and we should be there now because our time is now. But football isn't like that. It's not a one big circle where teams go on the down and then back on the up. You've got to invest to be a sustainable club and move forward. But this is the start of a new era now, isn't it? Under the Rothwell. So,
how much time does Unders get? Well, he's got a 3-year deal, and or a 3.5-year deal, and that's. I mean, for me, that's you give people time to prove what they can do. I'd be saying this about any manager, unless we were absolutely rock bottom of the table and he was clearly absolutely hopeless. Then, like, we've got to get. It's not about my preferences towards Unsworth. It's about giving him a chance. Yeah. And I don't think that you can, at this stage in the season or earlier in the season, you can say that he's made the situation at the club wasn't his doing. He's coming in trying to fix it. So you've got to give him time to do it. And I think that fans at worst have been impatient. Sorry, at best have been impatient, at worst and have been disrespectful.
Yeah.
To be perfectly honest with you, I don't think that those fans know anymore are in a position to comment, because if they were, then they should be out there doing it, working in football.
I do have some empathy with the fans because I'm one of them, because we've been emotionally scarred by the mismanagement of the club, and that scars take time to heal, don't they? And we're still in this healing process. Got to sound like some sort of.
You've been hanging around with me too long.
But you do. A lot of people ask, "How do you feel about it?" It's like last year. It was like the wound was cut very deep, going down into National League, and now we're just on this rebuild and moving forward, and it's really difficult. What are your thoughts, Liam?
We're in that position. We've hit, hopefully, and this is what we all hope. We hope we've hit rock bottom, and I think we've now seen enough of the National League to understand that this league isn't great. The teams aren't great. No team in here is amazing. I mean, all right, Wrexham have got championship players, but with the fairy tale that they're on, because having millions and pissing the league, that's a real underdog story that we all love. But I mean, we've seen enough of it this season. No team in this league's great. I don't think we're going to be in a position under Unsworth now going forward that we're ever going to be in danger of going down out of this league. I think the only way is up. I think we're only going to get better. I think the players he's brought in have been pretty decent, but barring maybe a couple. I mean, that new lad up front, we didn't see enough of him on weekend. I've got to say, I wasn't. I'm not encouraged by what I've seen.
He didn't have a great debut, did he? I mean,
you've got to give him a chance. I didn't like the fact fans were slagging him off before he arrived, before he even kicked the ball. And that does me head in Oldham fans. We do that.
Right, exactly. So let's bring in what Rob said, right? Football fans are all the same. Stop saying Oldham fans are different. Well, first of all, we know Oldham fans better than any of us because we're Oldham fans and we associate with Oldham fans. And we know what goes on at Oldham. And you're right. Some people are ready to put the boot in before he's even kicked a ball. And that happens all the time. Now, that might well be the case at other clubs. I don't really give a shit about other clubs and other fans. I'm concerned about Oldham fans. And I'm concerned about the way that that negative mindset affects the players and the team. I've been saying this for the last 2.5 years on the podcast that as a fan, you have a responsibility towards the club and the way the feel at the club, the atmosphere at the club and all that kind of stuff. And some people can't be arsed with that. But I mean, I'll keep going on about it because I think it's true. I think it's important. Here we go. Look, we've got a bit of positivity here from our mate at the Gateshead pod. Look at Doncaster, Luton, Carlisle, Orient, all teams that came down and rebuilt. Be excited for next season, lads.
Yeah, I think that's a good point, a good take on it as well. To be honest, I don't think you can really take this season and look at it and take much away from it, other than the fact we are genuinely 1,000,000% the results are getting better. Take that away. If we keep building to the end of the season, which I believe we will, we'll keep getting a bit stronger. Transfer window, we'll bring in some good players. To be honest with you, from what I've seen out of this league, it doesn't really matter who's in charge. If you've got players that are willing to fight, work hard, they're in the right positions, which is one thing, because obviously at the start of the season we had Shevin right back. We had them lads on loan. I think we had Carragher, that Ozagubu, whatever he were called. We had players. Do you know what I mean? We had nobody knew them. Nobody knew the starting 11. It changed every single game. It was shit. Now we've got a consistent starting 11. We know what's coming. as long as you've got that in this division, I genuinely believe you've got a chance of going up. And I think it'll happen. I think it'll happen next season. Maybe not go up, but I think we'll definitely be much higher. I hope we are. I'm positive we will be.
It's like it's just building that. It's building that identity and in it, and getting round pegs for round holes.
We've got a recruitment officer, head of recruitment now with Steve Thompson. Look,
I just got to bring Rob's comment in here. It's social media. Players, managers have to get used to negativity. That's like saying that's like it's got negativity. Yeah, but that's like saying black people have to get used to racism. Rob, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like say, well, just because you know what I mean. So that's nonsense. You know, like just. It's not about negativity. It's about just how can you if you're slagging a player up before he's even kicked a ball, that's not negativity. That's just you looking for an excuse to have a go at somebody.
Do you know what it is? It's stupidity.
Stupidity. Well, maybe.
He's
certainly lazy.
As much as we've all seen Joe Nuttall, none of us have seen a good performance from him yet. Admittedly, I don't think any of us have seen anything special. Obviously, we all know loads of Multans. I don't think any of us have been satisfied with his performances yet. I still would not boo him off the pitch. No. I want him to do well, and we have got weird fans like this, and all teams might do. We've got fans who genuinely want players and managers to fail.
Yeah, it feels like that.
Where is the logic there? What is that about?
Yeah. And that's what people have been doing with Unsworth. They've wanted him to fail since day one. I don't know why. And then you say, well, you're kissing his ass or whatever, because I just want to give the bloke a chance. Yeah. I think he's trying to make an effort with the fans now. I think he's referring to the fans and all that kind of stuff. But if you're reading all this stuff and you're listening to, getting booed and all that, it's going to be difficult.
But I think at some points in the season, to be fair, for balance, some of the fans are fed up because we kept on getting beat.
Of course.
And his prime focus is to win games. So I can see a bit of it, but to be abusive, body shaming, being absolutely disrespectful is not on. You can be frustrated with performance. You can be dissatisfied with performance, but booing players off, I know it's really difficult. And to keep these emotions in check, and that's people's release, and that'll be their excuse to say that's my anger getting the better of me. We've just got to just.
I stood next to you at a game, Dave, so I know that we are all guilty.
Keep it in
we
check.
All do it.
We all do it. I mean, it's frustration, and it's just trying to start the next season or finish this season in a positive manner and a mindset to move forward, so we can just be ready for next season, pre-season, all fit, all ready, new players coming in. Because all it takes is a few players to go, I'm getting booed off here. You don't want to come here, mate. You don't want to come here.
That's exactly. And I thought that because fans are talking about the Booty potentially signing. I'm not sure about that myself. I don't think he will. But you're talking about that, and then he was with Joe Nuttall on Tuesday. Was it Tuesday? It was Wednesday today. He was with Joe Nuttall last night. Imagine asking him, what do you think of Latics? And Nuttall's going, well, the main stand boo me off whenever I come off.
On the flip side of that, though, you've got the amazing away support. You've got, when the Rochdale Road end's rocking and the Atleticos are going, and often when the players score second half goals and they come flooding towards the players and stuff, so there are positives as well as there are negatives. But I think when it comes to sort of social media and a certain element within the fan base, I mean, all we've ever done, all I've ever tried to do is ask people to think about what they say and what they do and how that might have an effect. And it's about perspective as well. Think about where we've come from. Think about what the last few seasons have been like. And, that's why, we're looking forward to this event at the end of the season. Why not celebrate? People are saying, oh, you're celebrating 15th in National League. Yeah, because it could have been no football club whatsoever. Yeah. It could have been gone into the season with Abdallah in charge. And I mean, that would have just been a disaster.
John Colfer makes an excellent point.
Let's read it out, Dave.
12 months ago, we were listening to representatives from Blackpool telling us that we hadn't hit rock bottom yet. We were planning to boycott season tickets. Now we are in a great place. The only way's up. Hey, John Caulfield.
Exactly.
That is absolutely bang on. We were sat there, weren't we, in the OEC, and we were saying the worst is yet to come.
Yeah.
And look at us now. We're stable. We've got financial backing. We've got, infrastructure being improved day by day off the pitch. We've got a good coaching system. We've got a scouting system. We're trying to get the academy set up. We've got Little Wembley. We've got great coaching staff. All right. They're still on the job learning. We're getting players. We're signing players. We're extending contracts. We've got Loud and Beefy as a fans, as a fans show. I hope you've got your ticket, Liam, as well. Have you got your tickets?
I've not got it yet, but it is only. It's not far from me. It's only around the corner from me. So
Oh, well, there you go.
Tickets, then, mate. You got to get them
I'll be
in.
Absolutely, absolutely. But I think that's. I mean, you've just listed a million reasons there why we're in so much a better position. And if all you can focus on is our league position and the fact that we're not blowing everybody away game after game. Robert Woods here says we're only 2 or 3 signings away from winning more games than we draw and losing this league. I think once we've got rid of a lot of the baggage in the squad.
Yeah.
And the next signings, I think, for next season are going to be really good signings. Going to be quality signings because we don't need more squad players. We need the sort of more of those really good players, and they'll fit in to the team much better. Yeah, Rob. Let's celebrate mediocrity. I don't know if you're just trying to wind us up on purpose, or you just stupid, Rob. I'm not really sure, but we've spoken to you before. You didn't come across as stupid, but so I'm going to assume you're just trying to wind us up. But please feel free to give us a call. Either way,
I'd love to hear from you, Rob.
So the only way is up, surely. So should we move on to another caller? Thanks, Liam.
You've been great.
Really good
Thanks,
call.
pal.
See you at the barbecue bus in.
You certainly will.
You best get a ticket, because I know where you live.
Don't worry, I'll get one. Catch you later.
See you, mate.
I will stalk you.
He will. So let's just drop a plug.
Andy will be with you in a minute, mate.
Yes, we will.
Don't miss this amazing one-off live event at the Barbecue Bus in Hollingwood on the 30th of April. It's me, the podcast team, doing a live show. We're going to have live music. We're going to have special guests on this stage. Whether or not this is going to be involved, I'm not too sure yet. But it's going to be an amazing event. It's going to be celebrating the last season that we've had in the National League. The club has survived. We've got new owners. It's a new era for the club. And we're going to have our first live event. So get yourself a ticket. Go to oafcpodcast.co.uk/shop and you can buy a ticket there. They're £15. It's going to be a really fun event. Doors open at 6 o'clock. It's going to go on until 10 o'clock at night. It's going to be a really good fun event on the bank holiday. So get yourself down to the Old School Barbecue Bus for the Boundary Park Alert System. Live, loud and beefy. Can't get off.
That's enough of that. So please come along. It's
how did you get off the cow, by the way?
I fell off in the end. No, I managed to compose myself.
Slide off in a sexual way.
Beef paste. Loving the optimism, but you're still allowed to be critical without being branded negative. If performances are crap, it's okay to say they're crap. I absolutely agree.
William, give us a call.
We've still said, look, performances. It's not about judging the performance. It's about putting the performances into context of everything else. And I think that we can be critical. We can say it's such a bad game, this, that, and the other.
Yeah.
Fine, but it's understanding that it's work in progress, and that we're judging where we've come from to where we are now. He's not getting obsessed over. William,
come on the show, have you say, instead of keyboarding and tapping away. Honestly, just come on. Honestly, it's all about Billy Balance on this show. So yeah. If you want to say critical things or be dejected, do it. Come on the show.
Right, let's bring Andy in. Hello, Andy.
Andy.
Hi, Matt. Hi, Dave.
Hi, mate.
Can you hear me all right?
Yes.
Crystal clear, mate.
Got you.
Excellent.
Lovely.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Okay. So, I mean, from my perspective, it's more reasons to be cheerful, really. I think, if you look at the way results are going since the turn of the calendar year, we're a top 6 side based on the results that we've had since 1st of January. I think if you look at the squad as well, if you look at the way the squad's improved since Unsworth came in, we can really start to see the foundations of a team now. And everyone's talking already about the fact that I think even with the squad that we've got, we should be a top 7 team next year. We should be pushing for the playoffs. And I think also, we anticipate that we're going to be bringing in quality to supplement what we've already got. we know we need a right back, desperately need a right back. I think we still need a really commanding centre half, a really top draw, someone that really marshals that back four, who's maybe a few years under the age of 800. The creative midfielder, we're looking for that, aren't we? And perhaps even, some more star quality up front. But one thing that I'm really enthusiastic about is that we've got the prospect of going into next season with the vast majority of the squad that we've got this season, the good parts of this squad, and we haven't had that in such a long time. There's been no continuity at Oldham Athletic. There's been no opportunity for the fan base to build a relationship with the players at this club. If you take Peter Clark out of the equation, someone who's had 2 spells at the club, do you know who was the last Oldham player to play 100 league games for Oldham Athletic?
Oh, good question.
While you're thinking, Dave, because I'm rubbish at this kind of thing.
Don't tell me.
I do recall, like last season, or I think it was last season, that Dylan Fage was our longest serving player. It's definitely not him who's played 100 games, though.
No.
Don't tell me. No, keep.
Well, dead air's a crime.
I know. Yeah, just keep talking. Oh God.
Come on, we're gonna have to give you a 10, 3, 8, 9, 2, 1. Who was it, Andy?
Who
was it?
It was
Andy?
a defender.
It wasn't Pierre Gianni, was it? No.
Fullback.
No. I'm going to say someone like it weren't like Cal Sarant or someone stupid like that, was it? Or anyone like that?
Oh
no, Kieran Lee.
No, more recent than that. It's just under 10 years ago.
Jesus. Jonathan Grounds, is it?
No, he did get 100 league games for Oldham. Think Beach Boys, think Pet Sounds.
Ryan
Wilson,
James
James Wilson.
Ryan Wilson.
Yeah.
So back to 2014.
Wow.
So, and I just don't think that's, that as a fan, I mean, I'm a massive cricket fan as well as football fan. And, if I think about Lancashire Cricket Club, someone like Stephen Croft, I've been watching him play for 15 years. In terms of Oldham Athletic, you have to go back pretty much 10 years to find anyone who's played 100 games for us. But you look at that squad now, and we've got reasonable prospect of thinking that hopefully guys like Sheeran, Norman, Kitching, some of the other lads, they could be here for a few seasons, couldn't they? And they could be part of that journey as we start to head up through the divisions.
It's what we need desperately, isn't it? Just on Rob, because we have to give him the fairness, because I did a
bit of balance there.
Agree, off field is brilliant. Most of his comments, most tongue in cheek. Yeah. Okay, well,
just a quick one on Yanni then. We need someone to pair up with him, but I think Hogan has vastly improved in the last 6 or 7 games. Do you not think?
So I've got to fess up. I mean, my last game in person was the Barnet away game, because I'm based in the southeast. So yeah, I think there's potential for Yanni and Hogan as a partnership, but I definitely think if we're adding to this squad over the summer, and I seriously hope we will, and I think we will, we should be looking on improvements on the players that we already have, not squad players, if that's possible. There are going to be so many players that are released or looking for new clubs in the summer, and there's going to be good players as well. And we're in the northwest. We're in a great catchment area in terms of picking up players that are leaving other clubs. So I think, can you improve on Scott Hogan and Joseph Yanni? Of course you can. And I think that's actually true of pretty much everyone in our first team. So I don't think we should be, as much as I really like some of those players, and I think there's 6 to 8 of them that are potentially promotion winning members of a first team. I think we should be looking to improve on what we've got, not just looking around the fringes there.
I think it's undoubtedly. I think if we're going to mount a promotion next challenge next season, then we're 100%. There's going to have to be, I'd say, like 5 or 6 starting first names on the team sheet players that are going to be coming in. And then we've got to reduce that wage bill down because there's a lot of players at the minute that are just, you know, at the club taking a wage. It's not their fault, you know, like they've been given a contract, they're doing what they're doing, but you know they're not contributing to the first team and to the squad. So, you know, there's all that stuff that needs managing, and a lot of that is the other stuff that people don't like really think about. You know, that stuff needs managing. Those players need managing.
Yeah.
They need, like, Unsworth has got to look after, and his team have got to look after all the players, even the ones who aren't playing and aren't involved. And you know, because they're all employees, he's got to keep them happy. He's got to manage all that. He's got to funnel it all down to a manageable team where everybody, a manageable squad where everybody in that squad feels that they are contributing and they're in with a chance of breaking into the squad. And there's players in that squad now that know they're not going to get a game. And so it's got all that. It's going to take a little bit of time to get sorted out. And then he's going to have a load of players that he's signed, him and his team and the club have signed with the objective of getting us out of that division, as opposed to the absolute shit fest that we had of recruitment under Mohammed. And you know, I mean, it's just chalk and cheese.
Vera, come on down. But yeah, do you have family based up here, Andy?
Yes, I'm originally from Oldham. Moved away, gosh, quite a long time ago now. But yeah,
you got out.
Mum's still Mum's still up in Oldham. So yeah, I'm going to be up for the I think it's Maidenhead game, April the 15th. So that's my next time at Boundary Park.
And will you be up on for April 30th? Do you think for the live show?
It's a long round trip, Dave. It's a long round trip, and I've got a partner who's not a football supporter to try and convince it'd be a good way of spending a bank holiday. But you never know. You never know.
I mean, there's what's more tempting than the last game of the season at Boundary Park against Bromley, followed by on the Sunday, Loud, Live and Beefy. But I'll tell you what. We have 2 tickets for Loud, Live and Beefy on the Wheel of Wonder.
Yes.
To give away. You've been a great caller, so we'll
here's your chance.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Wheel of Wonder.
Thanks, Matt. And tonight's prizes are a Boundary Park Alert System T-shirt, a jar of beef paste, a signed photo of Matt and Dave, an OAFC replica shirt, an OAFC set of coasters of 4, Mike Keegan, This Is How It Feels book, 2 complimentary tickets for the next home game. However, if you get a red card from the ref, you get nothing on the Wheel of Wonder!
That's Wheel of Wonder trademark, Bradley Dean Promotions.
Full disclosure, there's now a cow for the beef, and there's no shirt. Yeah, there's no replica shirt.
So yeah, in case,
just so you know. I'd just like to thank Chris Stringer in France for Le Boeuf. He has very kindly bought 2 tickets and donated them as a prize for the Wheel of Wonder. So that's very generous, and we thank you. So,
right, after 3, what you to say? Spin the wheel. 1, 2, 3.
Spin the wheel.
Oh,
you won the.
Oh, Dave. That was so bad. No, we're not having
that. We're not having that.
No. Sorry, Dave.
We'll do it again.
We've redone the wheel, by the way.
All right.
You can't cheat. It's got to be fair on everybody. Oh! Ooh. It's in between. I'll have to do it again. Oh, it's a coaster set.
You want a coaster set?
Yeah, coaster set.
Is that all right, Andy?
Why not?
Yeah.
There we go.
All right.
If you
brighten up the flat.
You sound so happy. If you could just send your address to laticsfootball4net@gmail.com.
No, is it?
Yeah, it is.
Is it? Okay. Yeah, I'll just send us a DM with your email.
Yeah, send us a DM.
And we'll get on to you there. Get it on the private messages there.
Yeah, and we'll sort it out for you, mate.
Because we do have to point. I do have to point out that Emily hasn't received her shirt yet. So please get in touch with us. Send us a message because obviously when we're doing the phone, we get lots of comments and stuff like that. We don't know who Emily is
It's the
necessarily.
lady who won the shirt the other week. I said I posted, but not yet.
All right. So you do know who Emily
Yeah,
is?
of course
Have you
I
got the
know.
address and everything?
Yeah.
Well, will you do it then?
Yeah.
Honestly,
yeah,
Dave.
yeah. So,
Andy,
Bit
it's a
bit
pleasure.
quicker on the coasters, Dave.
all right.
Yeah, and don't be
Yeah.
don't,
Why is it always Dave who has to do everything?
don't be holding the thing.
What?
And do it late. This is fair and free.
FIFA Fair Play
We don't want
Awards,
to be getting into trouble like the Bimmer and the BBC got into trouble over the competitions and all that.
Yeah.
We can't be
Well,
can't be having that.
Rest
can we?
assured, I'll get Matt to send them out in the post tomorrow for you, because that's where it sort of fell down. Matt asked me, I then passed it back to Matt. We had a big debate over WhatsApp, and nothing ever happened.
Since forgotten about
I think
it.
we then sent another clip on YouTube of Partridge, and then we just forgot.
Yeah.
So sorry, Emily.
Sorry,
Andy,
Emily.
Rest assured, you will get them.
Martin wants the beef paste. Well,
you have to just
no,
wait,
no,
Martin, won't you? Or come on the show.
Yeah, exactly.
So
Right.
yeah, we'll sort it out, mate. What are your predictions for Saturday, Andy?
I reckon. I mean, we've been drawing quite a lot recently, haven't we? I do think Alex Reed's a massive loss. Actually, he was starting to look really good and linking up well with the two big lads up front. And he would have definitely scored against Solihull Moors because he's an ex-player of theirs.
Yeah.
So maybe 1-1.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, thanks again, mate.
Yeah, great call, mate.
No, I enjoyed it.
Really great points as well. So don't be a stranger. And we'll see you in a few weeks.
Cheers, Andy.
Hope so. Yeah. Thanks a
See
lot.
you, mate. Bye-bye.
Right, should we reveal a special guest for the Loud Live and Beefy?
Yeah.
All right, so we asked this fella, and this is what he said.
Yeah, I'm there, mate. I won't let you down. I'm there. Honestly, even if we got relegated last day of the season, I'm there. But I think it'll all be sorted way before then.
Yeah.
Well, there we go. Mark White has confirmed for the Live Loud and Beefy event. So all those 500 fans that he bought a beer for.
Yeah. We want to see him staggering out of there on that night because you've all bought him a beer. So he's coming up as an Oldham fan because he loves Oldham, doesn't he? He just loves Latics.
He's coming up as a Dave fan, I think it is.
Oh, is that what it is?
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
You said stop text. You stop texting him. I'm the only one to make contact with him.
No, I did send him a message the other day when I noticed that there was a horse at Cheltenham called the Dorking Cock.
No, but seriously, it's a really good show, live event, and Mark's going to be involved with a little bit of fun. And we've got more guests to announce in the coming weeks on the pod and the Latics Football Phone-In. And speaking of guests, we've got one more caller.
Where's Ibby tonight?
You asked the question, Darren, and here is your answer.
I feel like Ibby tonight, like Ibby tonight. Here he is. All right, Ibby.
Evening, guys. That was a bit of long wait for me.
Apologies,
I
mate.
know, but you're on every week, mate. So we got to, people you're in demand. So
we
got
guys are in front of you. That's
to build
the rule.
up.
Sorry,
You know what I
mate.
mean?
But
Building
thank you.
up.
You can see a supporter asking where I am.
Exactly.
There you go, mate.
See, we've got to leave people hanging on because for what they want.
Yeah.
So
how are you, Matt and Dave? How are you?
Good, mate. Very good. Yeah.
Good.
So we've been very positive about Unsworth and about all this. I don't think you share our optimism, do you, when it comes to that? Still.
Sorry, but I don't agree with it. But I've given him a fair chance. He's coming. I was the fan who said, want him out instantly. I give him a chance. And 15 is shambolic. And
the last caller pointed out that the form table since Christmas would put us up in and around 6th. So surely that's an improvement.
It might be an improvement, mate, but realistic. Let's get serious. He's had a fair dues.
Has he had a fair dues?
I think he has because he's been fully bought with the cash, and he's had plenty of fans asking for his head, and the club has ignored it. So he's had a fair dues, and I did speak to somebody at the club today about him.
Right.
They said that at the moment we're just taking it each game as it comes, and if we do find ourselves in the relegation battle, a decision would have to be taken. And my problem is with Darren Royal because Darren seems to be hiding from a lot of questions. I sent him a long email. He has read it, but he's refusing to comment on it. What sort of person does that to a fan? If he's a Oldham fan, he should be responding to the fans. And my main concern is with Darren at the moment more than David Unsworth.
So what was the body in the context of the email that you sent? What were the points you wanted to put across to Darren that you wanted to ask him? Or is it confidential?
It's confidential because it's not fair of me to end up saying things on here, because I'm looking for him to contact me and have a sit down with me and be very honest, because there's a lot of things I've raised up with him. I've also rang him a few times. It rings through, but it cuts me off, and it's not on.
Well, what would you say though? I mean, Oldham's got thousands of fans, right? And if you know, not every if every fan sort of like demanded an audience with the CEO, he wouldn't be able to get any work done, would he? So, like, you know, there is that as well. We do have a fans forum next week, which obviously every fan's invited to go along to. I'm sticking up for Darren's point of view here, because he's not here to you know what I mean. So I'm just putting that side across.
Yeah, I'm not against Darren, yeah, but there's a lot of things, because since he came into the club, I wasn't very sure with him. I want him to be honest with me, look into the eye and mean things with me. And I got nothing against him. And my decision on David Unsworth hasn't changed. I told the club this morning what needs to be done, and I've had enough, because it's going to be same old same again.
It's really difficult though, because I know Darren is the CEO of the club, but he can't be answering every fan's questions all the time. But if you put him out here in the open to us, he might. We know he's a friend of the show. He does watch it. We may be able to get a response on your behalf. What is it you want to ask? Is there anything now we can put on the table? It is a warning.
Yeah, Dave, I know you're trying to help me, but I've been told by one of the club to not say this in public. So okay. I can't seem to come out with it because it's unfair. And I'm not here to dispute Darren or anyone, but I've had a look at this season and we have struggled. There has been improvements, but come on, guys, if we want to get out of this league, it needs a proper manager in.
Well, look, what I would say is obviously I'm not only Dave's sidekick on the Latics Football Phone-In, but I'm also a director of the Supporters Foundation, and you know we've met with the board. We've got one of our directors, Darren, is on the board now at the club, and you know we keep our ear pretty close to the ground. We see what's going on. We're not daft. We see that there's a lot more positive stuff in and around the club than there is negative at the minute. And like, yeah, of course, there's different things that can be done differently. Of course, there's like improvements that can be made. But to expect all this stuff to happen like within less than a season of them taking in charge, I think David Unsworth, you know, he's a football manager like any other football manager, and he'll be judged on results. I think next season, the board will expect a certain performance level from the team and from him, and they'll have expectations. And if he falls well short of that, then I'm sure that the club, the board, will have a look at it. But I think he deserves the opportunity to go in to a full season after pre-season with the players that he wants to sign and have a go. And if he, like I say, if he falls well short, then like any other football manager, his position will be under scrutiny. But at the end of the day, no matter what our individual feelings are as individual fans, it's up to the board, isn't it? It's not up to us as fans. It just, regardless of our opinions, it's not our call.
I agree with what you're saying. But as a fan, I've seen enough, and I just want the good times to come back. And if he's there next season, I will probably give him another 5-10 more games into the new season, and then see what the score is with that. And secondly, I can't attend the fans forum, so it's a shame because it's my month for fasting starts tonight, so I'm going to be very busy.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if he's gonna take us up through the. We don't know, so I'm just prepared to give the guy a chance.
I just think everyone wants the good times to come back, and
of course we do.
It's like that's why we're doing this phoning. That's why we do the podcast. That's why 5,000, 6,000 fans go every week, because we're dedicated to the club, you know, and we want the club to succeed.
Desperate for it,
And
aren't
we, you know, no fan base has suffered longer than us, really. You know, that's a proven fact now. But we can't just keep on, you know, knee-jerk reactions and then sack him, get rid of him. You know, like Paddy said the other week, and other players have said he's got to go. I even said he had to go at some points, but we've just got to sit on it and just really
let's just try getting behind the manager and the team, and
the form has improved massively a bit. So I don't know what the issue is.
And just on the because you mentioned about Darren, you know, not answering and stuff, and communication, it says still poor. I think. Look, again, I try to be balanced. I'm not here to stick up for anyone or any, but there are people at the club. There is a press officer. There is a social media person. There are not enough members of staff at the club currently still to do all the jobs that need to be done. I know that they're all working really hard. Maybe they could come out and, you know, maybe they could come on the phone in. People from, you know, the phone in is open to the club as well, and people from the club. I have mentioned this to them in a meeting about media and marketing and stuff like that, in an open sort of forum with lots of representatives from different areas of the club, and said, look, use the podcast, use the phone in to communicate directly with the supporters if you want to. That it's there for that as well. So, you know, that's there.
Yeah, and we need to know what's happening with the ground sale, because it's a bit concerning, because you've got a former director making a lot of claims.
Yeah, but that, I mean, you might as well listen to SpongeBob SquarePants as listen to him. So, you know,
but there's few other people saying the same thing in the media. But Frank needs to clear this up, the club, at the fans forum, and hopefully they will tell us the truth, what's happening, because we need this to be all sorted out under one ownership.
Look, there's absolutely nobody who will want that deal done more than Frank and the board. I'm sure that whatever is holding it up is on the other side, not on this side, because I'm sure they will want that done as soon as possible. If they've just, you know, if there's that £1 million going on the pitch, to me that suggests that it's not too far off. I've never done a deal of that magnitude, so I don't know how long it takes, but I'm sure that there's lots of, close, Dave, you know, close, but not.
Yeah, quite. Lastly, this money that's come on the club, where does it come from? Is it the people tax money or something?
Well, the council.
Yes. It's coming somewhere out of the council's budget, isn't it? We'll have to find out which section of the budget it's come out of, and you know, there are things that we'll have to find out from the club in terms of, like, you know, what the community benefits of it are and all that, and the details and stuff, like, you know, because a lot of the
positive step though, Ibby. Do you not think getting the Rugby heads back and having one core community stadium for both the rugby and the football? Do you think it's a good thing or a bad thing?
It's a good deal, but if we do get promotion, that pitch would have to be ripped out again.
No, it won't.
It's not a plastic pitch.
No, it's a hybrid pitch. It's what they have
at Deso hybrid.
They have them in the Premier League.
So the Football League will accept that for League Two.
No,
Newport County have one for the Dragons and Newport County. It's the Scarlets, I think it is.
This should be a really top quality pitch.
Yeah, it's like very high level sport. You know, Brentford Community Stadium have the same for London Irish and Brentford.
It's why the top pitches don't weather and wear in the same way when you see, like, in the Premier League, because they've got this weave in them.
Do you remember when watching it on Sky when Oldham were playing back in the day of 1993, 94?
Yeah, well,
it was just sand.
I know, it was ridiculous, wasn't it?
Right, guys, I've got nothing more to say to you, but thank you very much for having me on the show.
No worries, mate.
Are you coming to our live event on the 30th?
I can't come to that because it's a bit it's a religion.
Okay.
Yeah, fair enough, mate.
Yeah, I would have come, but if I do come and somebody sees me who knows me, I'll be in deep trouble, pal.
Well, you'll be there in spirit, mate.
Yeah, no worries. Thanks a lot for having me on, guys, and thank you. Bye-bye.
Take care, mate. So someone's mentioned here about about push the club to stream. I mean, that's up to them. That's up to the club if they want to do that. Obviously, when we had our fans forum in the last year for the OASF, we managed to stream it.
Didn't we?
Yeah, so
I was on the. I was technical.
You were, weren't you?
technical.
Yeah,
Coordinator.
yeah.
Coordinator.
Dave Theodore Bradley in the house.
Dave Edison. Yeah, these improvements will come in time. Frank hasn't even been there a year yet. He hasn't. It's 9 months, isn't it?
I know,
10 months.
exactly. Yeah, I mean, we just I need to just sort of, just put
Chill
things in
out.
perspective. I think a little bit. This broke this week as well, which was very exciting.
Lovely, cheeky little back heel coming in from Barlow. There's a chance, and that's it. Tommy Wright, horse to the space, in comes the ball. There's Roger Palmer, and that's it. And one always looks for Roger Palmer in these situations. Oh, I say, that is absolute perfection. And what a superb finish by Roger Palmer.
Yeah, so those OASF shirts are going to be coming out very soon. And
Do you like Starbucks, Matt?
No,
Cafe Nero?
no.
Do you like any other coffee shop?
I like independent coffee shops there.
Independent coffee shops.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
it's there you go.
So now, Dave, fans can buy us a coffee. How do you like your coffee?
Like a nice cream, white, frothy latte.
Latte. So if you want to buy Dave a
Latte.
then you can go to buymeacoffee.com/OAFC podcast. I'll just take mine black.
Yeah,
There you go, laddie.
So there we go. So so the kits are going to be coming out soon. We'll give you more info on that from OASF. And
Robert
it
Woods.
is a top kit, and we've done a sort of a slightly, our take on it. It's not exactly the same, obviously.
Are these shirts going to be a limited sale? But no, there's going to be a few. But what is on limited sale is the live, loud and beefy tickets. So forget that, Oldham fans. Buy your own tickets because we have a quarter to beat.
But yeah, the
All
shirts,
the venue hire will be on us.
There will be
Budget
limited availability on the shirts. Yeah,
and there may be a couple at the live, loud and beefy event as prizes.
Yeah, we're gonna get loads of prizes for but just by buying a ticket, you're gonna be once your ticket is gonna be like a raffle ticket, and you're gonna be in to play some games with your chance to win some
And
top
to
prizes.
be confirmed soon, as I say. And we've been talking about it tonight, and it's really good. We don't want to give all our
No, we don't want to give it all away. Just
all
have
the
to
secrets.
you just have to trust in
the process.
Trust in the process, and the fact that me and Dave deliver such
Patience.
high quality content so regularly. Imagine what it's going to be like live.
It's going to be amazing, and we really, really want and need people there.
yeah, because it's going to be crap if it's just me and you.
Yeah, imagine.
Yeah, so we'll keep
No.
keep updating you as we go. But just buy your tickets early to avoid
It's
disappointment.
bank holiday. Get
Yeah.
drunk, have a
Football
laugh.
season will have finished the day before, and we will be celebrating. Right, I think that's where we call it an evening, David.
Yeah.
So thanks very much for joining us, everybody. Thanks for getting in touch and phoning in.
What's
and all that
going
kind
on
of stuff.
Saturday, Matt?
I'm going to go for a 2-1 win to Latics.
Good.
What about you?
1-0 Oldham.
Yeah, come on, you Blues.
See you later.
The Boundary Park Alert System is hosted and produced weekly by Matt Dean, Andy Halliwell and Dave Bradley. A huge thank you goes to those people who already subscribe to the podcast. We appreciate you all, and if you'd like to help us out financially, please visit oafcpodcast.co.uk and click support or find the link in the show notes. It's only $2.99 a month to subscribe, but if you'd rather make a one-off donation, please visit buymeacoffee.com/OAFC podcast or click the link on our website. Please follow and interact with us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram and TikTok at OAFC Podcast, and subscribe to youtube.com/@OAFC Podcast, where you will find the Latics Football Phone-In with myself and Dave Bradley live every Wednesday from 8:30 p.m. We'd like to thank Arlene Finnegan for writing our excellent weekly blog, which we encourage you to read on our website every Saturday morning. And thanks also goes to Paul Prendergast for providing us with all the Latics Mind questions. The title music for the show is by Manchester DJ and producer Starion. And for more information, visit bandcamp.com/Red Laser Records. You can help change the game by listening to us on the Fan Hub app, along with all major podcast platforms. Please like, subscribe, and review the pod and help us climb the rankings to get more listeners wherever you listen. Thank you for listening, and if you'd like to be a guest or contribute to the show in any way, we'd love to hear from you. See you next week.